Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Legal Tings. Today we're talking about what the limitation period is for suing someone in Singapore. In Singapore, the limitation period for bringing a legal action against someone varies depending on the type of claim. Generally, the limitation period for most civil claims is 6 years from the date the cause of action arose. Some specific claims may have shorter or longer limitation periods. Typically, the limitation period for personal injury claims is 3 years from the date of the accident, while the limitation period for claims arising from contracts is 6 years from the date the contract was breached. It's important to know that the limitation period can be shortened or extended by agreement, and that it may also be interrupted by events such as the filing of a legal action or the serving of the court papers. Therefore, it's advisable to seek legal advice as soon as possible to determine the applicable and correct limitation period and to ensure that any legal action is brought within the correct time frame allowed by law. For claims relating to personal injuries, meaning injury to a person, the limitation period is either 3 years from the date on which the injury was sustained, or if you did not have certain types of knowledge needed for starting the lawsuit when the injury was sustained, 3 years from the earliest date on which you had such knowledge, whichever is the later date. And this means that the limitation period can potentially start from a later date, meaning 3 years from the earliest date that you discovered certain facts, such as knowing that the injury or damage could be attributed to the act or omission that might have caused it, or knowing the identity of the defendant, meaning the person you are suing, or knowing material facts about the injury or damage that would justify starting the lawsuit. In a hypothetical scenario, a patient could have lost his eyesight or suffered an injury due to a doctor negligently performing surgery. However, if the patient did not know about the negligence until more than 3 years had already passed after the surgery, he will still be able to sue the doctor as long as he does so within 3 years after he realizes that the doctor might have been negligent. For claims not relating to personal injuries, the limitation period is either one of the following: 6 years from the date on which the damage occurred, or if you did not have required knowledge for starting a lawsuit when the damage occurred, 3 years from the earliest date on which you had such knowledge and the right to bring such an action, whichever is the later date. If you had already previously obtained a court judgment in your favor but the other party has refused or failed to comply with the judgment, you must take up enforcement proceedings within a time limit of 12 years, starting from the date when the judgment was issued. So, now you know. If you've enjoyed listening to this and would like to hear more, subscribe wherever you like to listen to podcasts and follow me on TikTok and Instagram. And remember, it's not rocket science. It's just legal things.